All right, let's get this show started!
Several noteworthy fights were announced during Saturday night's UFC 323 broadcast. Two big lightweight fights are joining the UFC 325 card in Sydney next year. In the co-main event spot, Dan Hooker will be fighting close to home when he takes on Benoit Saint-Denis. Rafael Fiziev, meanwhile, takes on Mauricio Rufy in a second promising matchup at 155 pounds. Also announced, Sean Strickland is getting the fight he asked for against Anthony Hernandez, who is riding an 8-fight winning streak and recently dominated and submitted Roman Dolidze. The bout will headline a UFC Fight Night event when the promotion returns to Texas on February 21st at the Toyota Center in Houston, Paramount Plus.
February 21st, I'm coming to Houston, Texas to face Sean Strickland. Let's go, baby. Coming for my title. I know it's going to be a war, but I'll be ready for it. I think I'm ready for the belt, so I think I'm ready for anyone in this division. Look forward to showing you guys what I can do.
Alexandre Pantoja is understandably disappointed but still in good spirits after his flyweight title reign came to a shocking end after he suffered a gruesome injury in his fight against Joshua Van at UFC 323. The freak injury occurred just 26 seconds into the opening round as Van caught a head kick and Pantoja attempted to brace himself as he came down to the canvas. As soon as Pantoja's arm posted, there was a noticeable pop in the elbow and the Brazilian immediately grabbed his arm in pain and waved off the fight. The referee stepped in to stop the contest with Van crowned the new UFC flyweight champion due to Pantoja's injury. Following the fight, Pantoja released a brief statement on Instagram.
Hello guys, that's what happened, you know, accidents. When I go to the UFC today, I think I have my best shape of my life. When I see Joshua Van out the other side of the octagon, I believe I can finish him in the first round. That's what I try to do. Best camp of my life, best catch weight, best everything, you know. I feel so comfortable in the octagon. That's my octagon, that's my belt. That's everything I did in my life, in my whole life to that moment, you know. And Joshua Van just came and win this belt. I talked with my wife about that, like it's not just about myself today, it's about Joshua Van, you know. Joshua Van, that's his destiny to win this belt tonight. And he just can win this belt with my injury today, you know. And I talk with God, God gives me the message. And I really believe in God and all the message. I pray a lot. And I want to work very hard. I work very hard all my life. And I'm going to work again. And I'm going to take my belt again.
Saturday's UFC 323 main event saw Petr Yan score a measure of revenge over rival Merab Dvalishvili, and more importantly, win a thrilling unanimous decision that made him UFC bantamweight champion for a second time. Yan's upset win also prevented Dvalishvili from becoming the first fighter to successfully defend a UFC title 4 times in a calendar year. Fighters reacted with praise for both fighters. Islam Makhachev tweeted, "Merab, you are one of the greatest to ever step into this cage. Congratulations. Petya, you deserve it." Aljamain Sterling said, "Congrats to Yan and his team. They fought well tonight and made great adjustments. I can't wait to watch it back with Merab and plan for the comeback. Some things looked a little off, but maybe that was what Yan was doing. We'll take a look, heal up, and go again. This is the journey of a fighter. I hope you all enjoyed the battle. Until next time." Kamaru Usman tweeted, "What a fight. Congratulations to both men, Merab and Petr Yan." Matt Brown said, "The trilogy fight is going to be epic." Bilal Muhammad said, "Yan is so good everywhere. His technique is almost flawless." Josh Emmett commented, "What a main event. Congrats to the new champ." Derek Brunson tweeted, "DC and Rogan talking about that was a close fight. We must have watched 2 different fights. That was a clinic Yan put on." Petr Yan believes Merab Dvalishvili should work his way back to a title shot. Speaking at the post-fight press conference, the newly crowned UFC bantamweight champion said that Merab needs to earn a win over Umar Nurmagomedov before being considered for another title opportunity. The stance is surprising given Merab's dominant run as champion and his 3 successful title defenses, circumstances that typically guarantee an immediate rematch.
If you had to choose, what do you think is the next step? A trilogy with Merab or a fight against Umar? And who do you think is a more dangerous opponent?
Вы же видели бой Мераба с Умаром. Вы видели, как он прошел, как он проходил.
But you saw the fight of Merab versus Umar. You saw the way that fight went. So who's more dangerous?
Они могут провести реванш, и мы посмотрим.
They can rematch, and then we can see what happens.
Вы просто, опять же, понимаете, чтобы я повторно подрался за пояс. 3 боя дали, чтобы я провел 3 боя. Очень долго я к этому шел, понимаете?
You know, just understand the fact that for me to get the opportunity to fight for the belt again, UFC made me go 3 more fights before I was able to get into the contender position again.
UFC CEO Dana White appeared at UFC 323 and discussed several notable topics. Addressing the main event, Dana reacted to Merab's loss, praising his toughness and showing nothing but respect for the former champion.
One of the toughest fighters that I've ever come across. And let's just say, Merab and I didn't get off on the right foot early on. I have nothing but respect for him and everything that he's accomplished. And yeah, and for Petr to come in and do what he did tonight. And I mean, the body shots and the head shots and the wrestling. I mean, it was an incredibly high level fight. That was, you know, what a hell of a way to end the ESPN era.
White also responded to Tom Aspinall's recent comments after the UFC heavyweight champion expressed disappointment with Dana's handling of the UFC 321 controversy.
Have you spoke to Tom? Do you know anything about that, and what's your reaction to what he said?
I have not. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I don't remember exactly what I said. What did I say? That is,
just said you think that
I think his eyes are okay. Yeah. Here's the thing. So obviously, and I know Tom said, you know, I haven't even talked to him and all that stuff, but we have people all over him right now, you know, checking up on him, making sure he's good. Does he need any help or, you know, any specialists? Yeah, I'm no doctor. I'm just saying what I've heard. And that was in no way, you know, it wasn't set in a way that they're like, oh, what do you think? I said, I think he's fine. Or it wasn't like that. I said, I think Tom's eyes are good. He's going to take some time, heal, come back to, you know, that's all I said. I wasn't saying anything negative toward him. I think the things can be taken out of context, or he didn't see what I said, because I don't even remember what the fuck I said. But never once did I say anything negative about him or, you know, in a derogatory way. I'm sure he's upset and fired up, and, you know, he'll get better and we'll get him back in there.
Dana was also asked why #1 contender Arman Tsarukyan hasn't received the title shot. The UFC boss explained that Arman still has to earn his way back to a title shot after pulling out of the Islam fight.
Arman Tsarukyan, obviously the odd man out now. We expect Ilya to be unifying against the interim title winner, which would, you know, make a long runway for his
I wouldn't
title.
say that he's the odd man out. You know, he had an opportunity, and you guys know how that played out, and he's gonna have to work his way back. I don't give a shit what the number says. He's gonna have to work his way back. There's just too much goes into this for those type of things to happen. You know, we had a little we were talking back in my room tonight, and we were talking about you know, all the crazy shit that's happened over the last 20-something years. But you can't do that. You can't get the opportunity and then you can't end that way. So he's got to work his way back.
Arman Tsarukyan has fired back at Paddy Pimblett. Pimblett finally had the chance to defend himself amid criticism of his upcoming title shot, and he didn't waste a second. Speaking with Full Send MMA, Paddy launched into a rant directed at Arman, claiming Tsarukyan's resume is shit and insisting that if he had sunk in the same guillotine Dan Hooker caught Arman with, Tsarukyan would have gone unconscious. Now, Arman has responded to Paddy's comments, tweeting, "I could talk about how you only fight senior citizens once a year, or how the UFC keeps giving you the easy road to that paper belt. But I'll say just one thing. If you ever find the courage to step into the octagon with me, there's only one outcome, the one you fear the most, where everyone finally sees you're a fraud. You can keep running your mouth. Just make sure you're not the one shitting your pants in January. Like I said, the only thing that matters is when the octagon door closes. I'll be the one walking out with my hand raised, and you'll be the one getting helped out of the cage." Merab REACTS has shared his first reaction after losing his belt at UFC 323. He posted an Instagram story from inside an ambulance while being transported to the hospital alongside his friend, Aljamain Sterling. Merab captioned the video, "Tonight wasn't my night, but I will be back stronger than ever. Thank you everyone for your support."
I am in the hospital with my brother Aljamain Sterling. And I'm on the phone with my mother, Dedico. Quick, I'm on job, English surat. Kai, get khutone. Kenat solet dedi mikhol khardam. Aba kargat. Pala feri khutian ziyada dedi. Zorlak zelde bar asam sportiya. Dars pirwalat samigiya da. არს ბოლოჯან. ვაგზელებ ბრძოლას და ვინც ბრძოლოს, ხან დამარცხდება, ხან ისწავლის. ხო და ასეა.
Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet. Number 3 meme was posted by Healthy Banana. Number 2 meme was posted by Combat Girls. And number 1 meme was posted by MMA Snippets.
I'm telling you this is Islam Mustafa's fight. I don't care how old Kamaru is. Kamaru is like, he's black. I'm sorry.
Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest MMA news.